Hello traders, Rich here again. Today I thought I'd provide you with an overview of the ATS Trade History Generator, which is a useful addition to the analysis functions derived from Metatrader 4 Expert Advisors. As many of you are aware, the reporting functionality of Metatrader 4 is quite limited, and the outputs generated make it quite difficult to quickly consolidate those results within standard analytical tools such as Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Access. Furthermore, the current reports offered by the platform do not explicitly reflect the costs of trading, such as the spread and the swap, which are necessary costs to understand, particularly for those traders who develop expert advisors with long holding periods. So we have prepared a code patch which you can quickly insert into the source code of your uncompiled algorithms, which then generate more comprehensive trade history reports and can then be readily exported into other analytical software. So let's have a look at how we do this. Firstly, let's do a quick backtest using an expert advisor that we want to enhance with this code supplement. I will do this to show you the limited information that is currently provided by MT4 functionality. So I run a 50-year backtest for Euro USD on the D1 timeframe using an expert advisor that I generated within Strategy Quant X for this example. But this code supplement is available within your Metatrader 4 environment for any uncompiled source code. So now that the backtest is complete, if I look at the Trade History Results tab of MT4, I only find limited information about each trade, and I am no wiser with respect to the spread cost per trade, the commissions charged, or the swap holding costs. Okay, so this is what you get with MT4 currently. So let's now step you through how to generate additional information and make the trade history results useful for your analytical requirements. So when you download the zip file for this ATS Trade History Generator, you'll see that it contains three separate files. The first file being the .mqh extension file called ATS History File Data, and this is the code that needs to be installed in the following folder of your Metatrader 4 installation. To do this, first copy the file onto your clipboard by selecting the file and pressing Ctrl+C or copy. Then open your MT4 platform, then select File, Open Data Folder, then double-click on the MQL4 folder to open it, then double-click on the Include folder. We then press Ctrl+V or Paste to release the stored file from the clipboard and install the file in this directory. And here we go. The next file is the Instructional Pdf, and this simply gives instructions that are also covered in this video. And the final file is a replacement.txt or text file, which is a convenient way to copy the code that we wish to now include in our expert advisors. So now that we have installed the MQH file in the Include subdirectory, we are ready to now copy and place our replacement code into the correct section of code of our uncompiled EAs. So let's open up the text file, and then we'll take a copy of the code by highlighting the entire code like this, and then selecting Ctrl+C or copy. Now we then want to find the uncompiled file for that EA that we wish to update. For example, I want to install this replacement code in the EA that I've just undertaken a backtest on. Now this code addition can be used for any uncompiled EA source code. So let's do it for this EA. We go to the Files Open Data folder and find the uncompiled MQ4 file of the EA that we wish to enhance, and we delete any compiled EX4 occasion of that file. Now we double click on the MQ4 file to open up the source code, and now we want to find the section of code in the subroutine called void on deinit. Now this is the void on deinitialization source code, so I simply type void on deinit in the search bar like this, and then select the search function. This then takes you to the particular subroutine called void on deinitialization. Now within that subroutine I want to delete the line containing the return and also the closing brackets on the next line, and then insert the code that I've already copied into memory. So I'm just going to highlight the return and the closing brackets. Now I'm going to select Control V or paste to paste the code that I have in memory, and here we go. Now before I close this code and save it, I just want to show you how to change two key variables in this code which you may want to use for each of your expert advisors. In this code we can change the name of the folder or the folder name where the trade history results are stored, or we can change the name of the file name of each trade history generated. So let's say that I want to create a directory called test data and use a number for this EA that uniquely identifies it, such as 101. So I place this details and overwrite the existing details like this, and once this is done I close and save the code. Now I need to refresh and recompile the EAs by clicking in the Navigator panel under Experts, and with the right mouse button select the refresh, and then the code should recompile. So now we are good to go, and we can undertake our backtest again to generate our ATS Trade History file. So I'm going to run the backtest again. And once this test is completed, I will then select File Open Data folder, then double click on the tester folder, then double click on the files folder, and within that folder I should then see the names of the various folders I have named to store the trade history results. Now remember how earlier in this video I specified in the code the folder name test data? Well, this is where my trade history file of the backtest should now be located. And here it is. Notice how it's been numbered 101, which is the name that I wanted to give to this file. Okay, so now I'm going to open it up and see what data is made available for further analytical functions. So now that we've opened up this file, we can see that we have recorded the time frame used for the backtest, the magic numbers that have been used by the expert advisor, the spread in ticks used for the backtest and the spread cost per lot, the long and short swap cost per lot that was applied over the course of the backtest, any commissions, the trade number of the backtest series, the date of trade entry, time of entry, whether the trade was a buy or sell, the size of the trade in lots, the entry and close prices and close time of the trade, the initial stop loss placed on the trade and any take profit process if applicable, the gross profit of the trade before any trading costs, and then a breakdown of the trading costs such as the spread, the commission and swap holding costs for the trade, and finally the net profit result of the trade after all costs are taken into account. As you can see, there is far more additional information now available for you for further analysis of your trade history results. So That's a wrap, guys, for this ATS trading tool. We hope you liked it. We have made this tool available in our shop, but for our forum members, this is already available to you in the download section of the forum. So, trade well and prosper, friends. Bye.